You know what I hear constantly these days? Men saying they no longer want marriage, men saying they don't see the benefit, men saying it feels too risky, too draining, too costly, and far too complicated. And honestly, it's hard to blame them. When you compare what marriage looks like today versus what it was 30 or 40 years ago, the contrast is massive. Marriage used to offer something valuable to both people involved. It felt like a shared mission, a real partnership. There were clear advantages on both sides. Today, many men look at modern marriage and quietly ask themselves, what exactly am I gaining from this? And while that question makes some women uncomfortable, it's a fair one. Because today's version of marriage looks nothing like what previous generations experienced, yet almost no one openly talks about it. So let's talk about it now. Marriage used to be straightforward. Two people met, committed to one another, built a home, raised children, and shared life responsibilities. Men focused on work, women focused on the household, and both sides understood their role clearly. It wasn't perfect, but it was clear. And clarity matters to men. When expectations are defined, a man feels secure. When roles are understood, things run smoother. But today, everything around marriage has changed. Expectations, social norms, priorities, even identity. Yet the legal and financial structure stayed the same. And that's where problems begin. Modern marriage still places most financial, legal, and social responsibility on men, while many women no longer want to participate in the balancing roles that once justified that structure. So men feel like the risk remains, but the reward is gone. Decades ago, marriage meant gaining a partner who offered emotional stability and practical support. A man came home to calm, order, and appreciation. A woman supported the household, raised the children, and created a stable environment. Today, many women openly reject that role, and that's their right. But here's the contradiction. Even while rejecting traditional responsibilities, many still expect traditional benefits. They still want men to initiate commitment, to provide, to protect, to lead, to pay, to stay loyal, to be emotionally strong and endlessly available, essentially to be flawless. Women evolved, but their expectations of men often didn't. Men notice this imbalance, they feel it, and they're exhausted by it. Think about the contrast. Years ago, a man came home to peace, warmth, food, children, and emotional support. Today, many men come home to tension, complaints, pressure, emotional evaluations, and constant demands. Instead of rest, they receive criticism. Instead of appreciation, performance reviews. No one wants to live like that. Another major reason men fear marriage today is divorce. Modern patterns clearly show that women initiate most divorces. When that happens, men often lose far more: homes, access to children, savings, years of effort, and sometimes their mental health. This isn't emotional fear, it's rational self-protection. In the past, divorce was rare. People worked through problems. Today, social media constantly tells women to leave the moment they feel bored, unfulfilled, or mildly unhappy. They're told stability is dull, that good men are replaceable, and that there's always something better waiting. Many women listen. So men look at this culture and think, she can leave any time, and I'll be the one paying the price. And they're not wrong. Respect has also changed. In the past, men were respected for showing up, working hard, providing, protecting, and staying consistent. Today, respect feels conditional. Some women treat marriage like extended dating, something they can exit whenever a better option appears. And disrespect is one of the biggest reasons men avoid marriage. A man would rather be alone than feel belittled in his own home. Then there's loyalty. In earlier generations, people didn't have constant access to outside validation. Today, social media provides endless attention, praise, and comparison. A married woman can be emotionally distracted by countless strangers without ever physically cheating. She can compare her partner to curated fantasies online. Men ask themselves, how do I compete with millions of people in her phone? And the truth is, they shouldn't have to. Marriage used to be about building reality together. Today, many relationships collapse because one person is chasing an illusion. Men tend to be practical. Modern life overwhelms women with emotional stimulation, pressure, and comparison, making long-term stability harder to sustain. Now let's talk about intimacy, something people avoid discussing honestly. In the past, intimacy was prioritized within marriage. Today, many men report that intimacy fades after commitment. They feel unwanted, rejected, and invisible. They become the ones waiting, hoping, trying. That emotional damage runs deep, and once again, they ask themselves why they would willingly choose this. What many people don't realize is that men don't fear commitment itself. They fear uncertainty. A man can carry heavy responsibility if he knows the rules are fair and stable. What drains him is investing everything into a system where the outcome depends on someone else's emotions changing tomorrow. Workload is another issue. Men are still expected to provide at the same level as before, yet now they're also expected to take on equal domestic responsibilities, often while still being told it's not enough. That constant feeling of failure slowly kills a man's desire to commit. Then there's pressure. Women expect marriage, the proposal, the ring, the ceremony, the security. Men receive none of that certainty. Women gain reassurance. Men gain exposure to risk. Women receive social praise, men receive obligation. Women gain emotional safety, men carry emotional weight. Imagine dating for years. Things are stable, you support each other, life is peaceful. Then the question comes, when are we getting married? For her, marriage means security and proof. For him, nothing improves, only the risk increases. She already has commitment. He gains vulnerability, and most women never truly feel that imbalance. Yes, marriage can still work with the right woman, a woman who values peace, loyalty, gratitude, respect, teamwork, and genuine partnership. With such women, marriage is beautiful. Men feel safe, but those women are becoming rare, and men see that reality daily. Some argue that men used to live longer when married, and that was once true. But modern research increasingly shows that men can live stable, peaceful, healthy lives without marriage. Why? Because many men feel emotionally safer alone than in a high-conflict relationship. Women still gain emotional and financial support from marriage. Men often gain pressure. So men step back, not from bitterness, but from awareness. Modern marriage is no longer built to protect men, and men are finally choosing caution. If you're a man watching this, understand this. You're not wrong for being careful. You're not wrong for protecting your peace, finances, mental health, and future. You're not wrong for wanting a woman who adds value instead of stress, who offers respect instead of tests, peace instead of chaos. Marriage can still be beautiful, but only with the right woman. Not with entitlement, not with modern stereotypes, only with someone who understands loyalty, femininity, respect, teamwork, and gratitude. Thanks for watching. See you next time.